agricultural technology continues to develop. Even in some countries, the development is very fast, and IoT has been applied to increase the productivity of the agricultural sector. Here are some Asian countries with rapidly growing agricultural sectors, namely 1. China. The fastest growing country is China. This country, with a population of 1.4 billion people, is able to produce food to meet the needs of its citizens. In a country like China with a population of 1.4 billion who can meet their own food needs, China's innovation in agriculture is far ahead of other countries. One of China's advantages is the application of appropriate technology. China's success in agricultural development cannot be underestimated. To meet the food needs of its people, the Chinese government is actively buying or leasing agricultural land from developing countries and seeking solutions. In addition to efforts to purchase land, the state is also developing technology in agriculture and animal husbandry. Not only rice and wheat, China also fulfills people's demand for beef and milk. But agricultural prosperity like China's also encountered obstacles. When food demand increases, pollution from factory activities in China is quite severe. Pollution causes China's fertile land to shrink. Apart from shrinking arable land, pollution also affects agricultural products such as rice containing mercury, vegetables exposed to metals, and powdered milk that is infected with melamine. It is not without reason that China uses land in poor countries. In addition, the government requires the community to use the yard of the house to meet their kitchen needs. The secret of China's agricultural progress. One of China's agricultural policies is to build modern infrastructure that can increase production and lower prices. In addition, it also builds the agricultural industry with efficient and effective industrial machines to encourage the development of agricultural products. One example is the use of robots and drones to spray fertilizers and chemicals that can ward off pests and plant diseases. Technological advances in China eventually led to a reduction in the number of farmers. Another factor is China's population growth due to limited land. By developing industry, China attracted farmers to work in factories. Another policy is to abandon traditional farming methods. In addition, there is an agricultural bank whose task is to help the growth and development of the agricultural sector. The innovative approach and application of appropriate technology in the bamboo curtain country are the advantages of this country's rapid development in agriculture. 2. Thailand. Thailand is one of the countries in Asia that is considered successful in developing agriculture. In fact, the products currently labeled Bangkok are of good quality both in terms of shape and taste. Thailand's rapid development in the agricultural sector has attracted the attention of many countries, including some of its neighbors. The reason is that all fruit produced in Thailand can also be developed in Indonesia. As quoted by the Techno Farm YouTube channel, the Thai government does not interfere in determining the selling price of agricultural products. They are only responsible for providing agricultural production facilities, support for farmers such as fertilizers, pesticides, and credit. The Thai government's job is to provide production inputs. Agricultural production facilities provide fertilizer, credit, and various pesticides. Government does not interfere in price issues. In addition, the Thai government also fully supports research institutions in the field of agriculture. This situation is very different from other countries in Asia. 3. Vietnamese. The agricultural sector in Vietnam is known to stand out in terms of productivity because the farmers are very hardworking. Vietnam is more prominent in terms of productivity because Vietnamese farmers are very diligent. Vietnam is learning to grow coffee in Indonesia. Now Vietnam's coffee productivity is 100% or twice Indonesia's, as quoted by the Techno Farm YouTube channel. The Smart Farming System 4.0 in Vietnam marks the end of dependence on water, fertilizers, and pesticides. Farmers still need these input factors, but in smaller quantities. This can happen because it is supported by data availability, GPS technology, and humidity sensors. Technological advances can also be used to solve traditional challenges in crop selection and market access. Looking back, in the 1980s, Vietnam was a country that experienced starvation conditions. Over the past 3 decades, reforms have changed the country's socio-economic landscape. The shift from common land ownership to individual land ownership increases the productivity of agricultural production and reduces poverty. The liberalization of the agricultural market succeeded in increasing Vietnam's rice exports by 4.2% in 2019 with export revenues of nearly $2.8 billion. However, climate change, industrialization, drought, reduced clean water supplies, pollution, and rising sea levels have the potential to undermine Vietnam's ongoing agricultural development. Climate change has made natural disasters, especially hurricanes, floods, and droughts worse. Due to the negative effects of climate change, it is necessary to conduct a scientific assessment of the vulnerability of natural resources and the coastal environment, as quoted by the YouTube channel. The Vietnamese government has taken various steps to promote high-tech agriculture with a fund of $4.4 billion. But so far, there are still smallholders who are reluctant to adopt agricultural technology to improve their farming practices. The Vietnam Farmers Union, VFU, recognizes the contribution and importance of agricultural production to the future. The organization seeks to improve and implement technical training for young farmers, as well as provide vocational training and access to low-interest loans. While most Vietnamese rice farmers are still using their own traditional cultivation experience, more are starting to adopt digital technology and data-based innovation, as quoted by the Teknologi YouTube channel of the Gyre Program for Climate Change, Agriculture, and Food Security, CAFS, and advocate for organic fertilizer production. Agricultural companies remain active in implementing innovative solutions for farmers towards a modern farming system in Vietnam. An example of this is Presence Nutrition, a free mobile application developed by French feed company Neovia, which offers farmers up-to-date market information and is recognized as a source of knowledge on animal nutrition. Launched 2 years ago, the app has been downloaded 10,000 times by Vietnamese farmers. With an easy-to-use interface, the app becomes a useful tool for farmers to check daily prices at the livestock market, get information about local diseases, receive local weather forecasts, and find the necessary nutritional information for each type of animal. High-tech applications in agriculture are seen as an important advancement of agricultural enterprises in Vietnam. Some companies are investing in digitally creating agricultural supply chains to minimize costs and increase crop productivity. One example is the technology-based predictive data system Sat4Rice, which was developed by a Dutch company, Nieland and Schuurmans, in collaboration with a Vietnamese company, Loc Trois Group, to help rice farmers in the Mekong to solve the problem of growing rice. In addition, there is also a GMA application that focuses on solving information and communication problems between farmers and local authorities. This app has been widely used in An Giang province, with more than 20,000 monthly users. There are also applications that can help farmers to reduce or optimize the use of pesticides, such as the Thuoc BTV app, which provides data and information to farmers' devices so they can identify the best pest control methods for their crops. Vietnam's move to innovate high-tech agriculture will continue to face challenges. However, solutions to create food security, improve crop quality, and produce sustainable agriculture can only be found through Agriculture 4.0. The Vietnamese government has realized that increasing the use